when I leave home to walk to school, Dad always says to me, Marco, keep your eyelids up and see what you can see. Marco was not in the habit of looking around. He never paid any attention to what was around him. And that can be a big mistake because you miss a lot. But when I tell him where I've been and what I think I've seen, he looks at me and sternly says, your eyesight's much too keen. Does that mean it's good or bad?
Yeah, bad.
No, it's too keen. That means it's really good. That's kind of a toughy one. Stop telling such outlandish tales. Stop turning minnows into whales. Now, what can I say when I get home today? What kind of tales would be outlandish? What do you think that might mean? Yes?
Very.
Good? Well, they might be, but something else. If they're outlandish, they're really stretched a bit. You know, it's not really the truth. In other words, he's telling all the things he's seen, and he really hasn't seen them. Well, he has a good imagination. Do you know what that is?
Yes.
If you can imagine things, you're lucky, because that means you could write stories, and you understand stories, and it's funny to that. Well, all the way home to school and all the way back, I looked and I kept careful track. But all that I've noticed, except my own feet, was a horse and a wagon on Mulberry Street. And there's the horse and the wagon. Now, I was up in Springfield, Mass, where Dr. Seuss came from. He lived right there. And when we first started to read, for Read Across America, we went up there with the governor of the state, and the governor read to us, and some of the rest of us read. And then I can always remember the little kindergarten children came walking up Mulberry Street. So I've always remembered that because of them walking up to join us. That's nothing to tell them. That won't do, of course. Just a broken down wagon that's drawn by a horse. That can't be my story. That's only a start. I'll say that a zebra was pulling that cart. So he's beginning to use his what? Imagination. And that is a story that no one can beat. When I saw that on Mulberry Street, look at the smile on the animal and the man. Yes, the zebra is fine, but I think it's a shame such a marvelous beast with a cat that's so tame. The story would really be better to hear if the driver I say was a charioteer. Do you know what a chariot is? See that there? That would be called a chariot. It's drawn by a horse or another animal, and it's called a chariot. It's like a two-wheel cart. This story would really be better here if the driver I saw was a charioteer. A good and blue chariot's something to meet, rumbling like thunder down Mulberry Street. Do you think they're really rumbling like thunder? Is he making that much noise? Probably not. No, it won't do at all. A zebra is too small. A reindeer is better. He's fast and he's fleet. What does it mean when it says he's fleet? Yes?
Really, really fast.
Really very fast. Good for you. And he looked mighty smart on old Mulberry Street. Well, he moves fast, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a minute. There's something wrong. A reindeer hates the way it feels to pull a thing that runs on wheels. He'd be much happier instead if he could pull a fancy sled. So he really liked this because it's a fancy sled. reindeer and sleigh. Say, anyone could think of that. Joe and Jack or Fred or Nat, not even Jane. Say, even Jane. It makes it sound as if girls can't think of good things when I read that. I don't like it. Even Jane could think of that. That's being mean to girls, isn't it? They can think just as well as the boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. But is it too late to make one little change? A sleigh and an elephant. There's something strange. I'll pick a one with plenty of power and size. A blue one with plenty of fun in his eyes. And then, just to give him a little more tone, had a Rajah with rubies perched high on his throne. You know what a Rajah would be? Anyone idea? Yes?
Is it like straps or something?
No, they're not that. But you're on the right track, maybe. Do you have any idea? A Rajah? He takes the place of a king or something like that. That's what they call the Rajah. But now, I don't know. It still doesn't seem right. An elephant pulling a thing that's so light would whip it around in the air like a kite. But he'd look simply grand with a great big brass band. And there he is with a big band. This cat isn't very good turning the pages. A band that's so good should have someone to hear it, but it's going to so fast that it's hard to keep near it. I'll put on a trailer. I know they won't mind. If a man sits and listens while hitched on behind, where would the trailer go? On the front or the back? On the back, that's right. I love the smile on the face of them zebras. Now what worries me is this. Mulberry Street runs into Bliss. Unless there's something I can fix up, there'll be an awful traffic mix-up. It takes police to do the trick, to guide them through where traffic's thick. It takes police to do the trick. They'll never crash now. They'll run at top speed with Sergeant Mulvaney himself in the lead. So we know the one in the lead is who? Sergeant who? Mulvaney. Can you see in the back? The mayor is there, and he thinks he is grand, and he raises his hat, and as they dash by the stand. And that is a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street.
Oh my God.
He's making up the story too. Please who?
His dad. His dad.
His father, his dad, right.
That's right.
Because his dad doesn't think he pays attention to what's going on. Sometimes people can walk along and they never see what's there. They just don't look. With a roar of his motor, an airplane appears and dumps out confetti, while everyone hears. And that makes a story that's really not bad, but it still could be better. Suppose that I add, let's see what he's going to add now. A Chinese man. who eats with sticks. What do we call those sticks? Anybody know? Yes? Chopsticks, right. A big magician doing tricks. A 10-foot beard. Can you imagine a 10-foot beard? That needs a comb. They get messy, don't they, if they're not combed. And no time for more. I'm almost home. And look at the man with the beard there, right in the front. It's a long beard, isn't it?
A long white beard.
I'd hate to have a beard like that, wouldn't you?
No.
Now, let's see. I swung around the corner and dashed through the gate. I ran up the steps and I felt simply great. For I had a story that no one could beat. And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But Dad said quite calmly, just draw up your stool and tell me the sights on the way home from school. There was so much to tell. I just couldn't begin. Dad looked at me sharply and pulled at his chin. He frowned at me sternly from there in his seat. Was there nothing to look at? No people to greet? Did nothing excite you or make your heart beat? He's not really paying much attention, is he? Nothing, I said, growing as red as a beet. Why did he get red? How did he feel? Yes?
Mad?
Huh?
Mad?
He felt badly, yes, because he couldn't really think of anything now to tell him. Nothing, I said, growing red as a beet, but a plain horse and wagon on Mulberry Street. This is the horse that's having some of his lunch, with his head in that. You like that story?
Yeah.
This story, Dr. Seuss wrote many, many years ago. It seems he was traveling home on a big boat across the Atlantic Ocean, and a storm came up. This is a true story, a real big storm. And everybody was getting very anxious. You know, if there's a bad storm, we all feel a little nervous, some more than others. And he could see that everybody was getting very nervous. So he suggested to them that they begin to tell stories to each other to keep each other very calm. And this is the story he told. I'm glad he told it, aren't you? It's a lovely story. Now, let's see, what do I have here? This says Mulberry Street here. Do we have another? Maybe I have another one. No, that seems to be the one. Does the teacher have another one?
Nope.
You don't have that?
Probably some in the library.
No,
No,
there's
that's
no
it.
Dr. Seuss book.
They usually give me a couple, but
Oh, that's all the way
instead they gave me this one. Only.
Oh, that's the cover.
Oh, this is a cover.
Yep.
What's your favorite book? Dr. Seuss. You have a favorite? Anybody have a favorite? This boy here, yes. Yes, please.
I don't know the name of it, but it's like everything. I think it's Upside Down Wednesdays or something, but everything's crazy.
No, everything is a little bit
Yes,
crazy.
Black and
Yes,
White.
yes, this girl.
Marvin Maru.
Pardon me?
Marvin Maru.
Marvin? Yes?
Green Eggs and Ham.
Oh, that's good, isn't it? Green eggs and ham, so I always like that one. Yes, that's good. Good.
Are You My Mother?
Pardon?
Are You My Mother?
Are you my mother? Oh, that's an interesting one. Yes, the girl?
The Fate Book.
Mhm.
Her book. I like all the things you can
Well,
think.
you really know a lot of the books, don't you? Do you read a lot?
No.
I know you read in school, but do you read to your mother at night, or father, or somebody in the family, like older brother or sister? This boy here?
One fish, two fish.
Oh, yes, that's a good one, isn't it? Yeah.
One fish, two
Yes?
fish.
I can read with my eyes shut.
You could read with your eyes shut?
That's one of them.
Good. I wish I could. Yes. And this girl? All right. In the green.
I like all of them.
You like all of them? I think they're all pretty good, don't you? Yes, they really are, and it's fun to read them. Someone who hasn't answered now, sweet girl.
Fox and socks.
Pardon me?
Fox and socks.
Yes, that's a good one. Do we have another book? Suze? That's the only one?
No, it's a computer classroom, so
Oh,
we just
so
not
of
a lot
course,
of books
I
in
wouldn't
here.
expect them to be given to you. They should have given me it.
But we did bring some bookmarks that the teacher can hand out to all of you guys in a little bit.
Oh, that's lovely.
And we want to thank all the people that came in to help today, and thank Mrs. Roberts for coming in to read to you guys. And Colby has something to
thank you,
give
Colby.
Mrs. Roberts.
That's very nice, Colby. I like this. I've got quite a few now through all the years.
Yeah.
Yes. You're never too old, too wacky, too wise to pick up a book and read with the child. And that's the truth. Never, never, never. I've done a lot of reading, and I said this year I'll ask the boys and girls to read to me. Cat likes to read
Yeah.
too. Yeah. So that's good. Well, thank you very much. Nope. That's yours.
Boys and girls, what do we say?
Thank you
You're
so much.
entirely welcome. I enjoy doing it. As I say, I've been the cat for a long time. I'm a pretty old cat. You know how old I am? Yes,
63.
53. Oh, that's pretty close, isn't it? 53. What do you think? 60 something? 64? Well, that's getting closer.
7,
And this girl?
27.
27.
Yeah.
Boy.
Forever
I'm
27.
coming
Don't
into
you
here.
love that?
Oh, I'm glad I came into this classroom. Thank you for that 27. It's a long time since I saw 27, yes.
40.
40, well, getting closer.
75.
75, oh, that's pretty old, isn't it? Oh, yes,
68.
68, getting real close.
Oh, 70.
Yes, the boy,
Me?
yes.
69.
Oh, we're getting closer, but haven't hit it yet.
70.
Boy,
80.
well, you're getting closer.
Oh my God.
Oh, who said that? I love that. No, you have to keep going. You don't see many people who live to be my age.
100.
Let's see now. 90 is getting very close. You never saw anybody for 90 years here. 98 years.
I've seen someone on 101 on the news.
No, we haven't got it yet. Let's someone who hasn't given an answer. What do you want to say?
95.
95. He's getting really hot. Really hot.
96.
Getting hotter.
97.
Oh, I know it. I know it.
Yeah.
98.
Getting hotter.
He's 100.
Yes.
99.
Getting real hot.
105.
Just plain 100.
Wow.
Can you believe it? I'm 100 years old. I really am.
Seriously?
Yep. I said, imagine I've lived 100 years.
You don't look it.
Thank you. Oh, you made my
You look
day.
9.
They made my day. Wasn't that
I
nice?
thought you were like at least 80. I was right. She's
I
100.
am very, very lucky
Yeah.
because
Oh, you were.
I have not had
Boys
any
and girls.
big sickness except cancer. And cancer, and all this part of my face is brand new. The doctor made a new face here. This half of my face is new, and my nose is new. I lost them with cancer, so the doctor came, and I thought he did a beautiful job, don't you?
Yes.
Because it must be hard to do that. But lately I heard that doctor got a special award because he made a whole face. See, this was just half a face plus the nose. But with a man recently, he made a whole face. And can you imagine how good that must feel? Here a man lost his whole face to cancer, because you can lose it. And this doctor gave him a brand new face, including the nose. Isn't that a wonderful, I say he's a magician. Yeah.
How is it even possible?
He's really one, and so I saw him recently because I was at a place where they were giving out awards. They happened to give me one because I'd gone through the cancer and was still alive and so forth. But they told what he had done, and I thought, imagine being able to make a whole face for a man. Because so many people from bad sickness lose part of it, and to think there's somebody there who could put it on, and I think he made me look better, better looking. So he made, and then later on he did the nose part. It's wonderful to think we have people who can do that, isn't it? Because otherwise you'd feel pretty miserable if they couldn't help you. But they do, they can do wonderful, wonderful things. Yes,
This is just a question.
pardon?
This is just a question. Did you write when you were a kid?
Do I write?
Yeah, did you like write books when you were a kid?
Yes, I have written a book. It's called Secrets of Old Dartmouth. And it's about the town of Dartmouth, where I was born. And this year the town celebrated its 350th anniversary.
Oh.
And they selected me to ride in the little coach they had. Wasn't that nice? I thought that was wonderful. I said, I can't. When my niece was telling me, she said, you know what? I heard that a lady is going to lead the parade this year. I said, don't believe that. A lady never, and that's the truth, lady never has led the parade. And she said, well, I don't know. She didn't know, see. She was going to tell me that. She said, I don't know. Well, I thought I heard them say some lady is going to. I said, well, I'll believe that when I see it. And I saw a picture of me in a little tiny car, you know, those little ones where you just two people. I rode around, all around the town in that. That was nice. Well, that was because I was 100. So now I'm older than 100. Getting on to 100 and what? What's the next one? One. Yep,
Are you
next
100 and a
September,
half yet?
I'll be 101. If I'm here. Yes.
Oh, when's your birthday? When's
My
your
birthday, September 14th.
Mine too.
Is that really yours?
No, mine.
Yeah, really? On September 14th?
Yeah.
Wow, good. I'm glad to meet someone who
So
has
now
the same
on your
birthday.
birthday, she'll be
Yes.
You look, you don't look a day over 19.
I don't do what?
You don't look a day over 20.
I should come to
They're buttering up.
They're butter me up, aren't they? But
You
isn't
don't
it
look a
nice?
day over
It's lovely.
Yes, but they put dessert on terrible. I think you're, oh, I'm so glad there was sunshine to come to us. It's really nice, and thank you very much, I appreciate it. I didn't think I was gonna come, I said to my niece, no one's gonna go out today, especially not a cat. And she said, oh, yes. So, here I am, and thank you very much, you're a wonderful audience, and such great kids. I hope I'll come back to see you another day.
Hope you do.
Thank you now.
Thank you, guys.